US lobbying firm claims Tinubu's chief of staff pushed Adeyemi's arrest to block testimony to Trump administration. As how now? I don't understand. They claim Tinubu's chief of staff, that's Gbaja, pushed for Adeyemi's arrest to block testimony to Trump administration. Okay. What began as a domestic dispute over a phantom presidential agency has officially ballooned into an international diplomatic storm. Washington-based lobbying and advocacy firm Von Batten Montague LC has publicly accused the Nigerian government of executing a coordinated cover-up. The firm alleges that the sudden arrest of Prince Adeyemi, the embattled Director General of the controversial Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, Pfipc, was actively orchestrated by President Tinubu's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbaja. The alleged motive to prevent Adeyemi from handing over sensitive multi-billion naira bribery and money laundering evidence to senior officials in President Trump's administration. Why would he want to go and hand it over to his administration in the first place? I don't know. In an explicit statement released via X, Dr. Carl Von Batten, chairman of the US lobbying firm, revealed that his team had already established direct contact with Adeyemi. The firm was actively preparing the fake agency chief to provide a sworn deposition and critical physical evidence to top-tier U.S. executive officials when Nigerian security operatives pounced on him. We learned a short time ago that Mr. Adeyemi has been arrested by Nigerian law enforcement just as we were preparing for him to speak with senior members of the President Donald Trump's administration. The firm stated, "We are told that his arrest occurred shortly after it became public that we were in contact with him and just before he was expected to provide us with evidentiary materials and a sworn statement regarding his account. We will also report our concern suggesting that his prompt arrest was pushed by President Tinubu's Chief of Staff, Gbaja, to prevent Mr. Adeyemi from presenting evidence to the US government." Many has wondered why Washington would show interest in what the Nigerian presidency insists is a simple case of domestic fraud and forged appointment letters. According to Von Batten, the scandal directly crosses international jurisdiction because the PFIPC's funding and operation are allegedly tied to internationally backed finances. The lobbyist maintains that the allegation warrants a deep dive investigation by the US Congress, the State Department, and the US Treasury. This is due to claims of systemic misappropriation and diversion of US-funded World Bank loans by high-ranking Nigerian government officials. Okay, the 1.3 billion naira budget through, critics have pointed out that despite the presidency disowning the PFIPC as fictitious, the agency was officially allocated 1.302 billion naira in Nigeria's 2026 Appropriation Act. How? Complete with personnel, overhead, and capital budget, and you say you don't know about it. The involvement of Von Batten Montague adds a highly potent political dimension to the unfolding scandal. It is well. In April 2026, Nigeria's former Vice President and opposition spearhead, Atiku Abubakar, formally retained the services of Von Batten Montague to manage and bolster his reputation in the United States ahead of the 2027 presidential election. By successfully positioning the PFIPC scandal as an issue of international financial crime, Atiku US lobbyists are systematically chipping away at the international credibility of the Tinubu administration. Before his arrest in Osun State by the Police Force Intelligence Department's Intelligence Response Team, Adeyemi went on national television to expose what he claimed was the underbelly of Aso Rock's administrative process. According to Adeyemi's public claim, the buy-in, he did not forge his way in. Instead, he allegedly borrowed 400 million naira to pay an intermediary to secure the Director General position from Femi Gbaja. Once appointed, he claimed Gbaja demanded an additional 200 million naira kickback and a staggering 45% to 48% cut of the agency's budget. Imagine. Adeyemi claims his refusal to comply with these astronomical kickback demands is what led to him being disowned, haunted, and labelled an imposter. Because if not, these secrets would not have been exposed, obviously. Gbaja has vehemently denied these claims, labelling them false, malicious, and entirely without factual foundation, and has launched a 10 billion naira defamation lawsuit against Adeyemi. Adeyemi now in state custody and his arraignment scheduled at the Federal High Court in Abuja The battleground has split into two distinct arenas. Domestically, the Nigerian government is pushing to try him swiftly for forgery and impersonation. Internationally, however, Von Batten Montague is utilizing his Washington leverage to frame his arrest as the silencing of a key anti-corruption whistleblower. If the Trump administration and U.S. congressional committees formally pick up the inquiry into the alleged diversion of World Bank funds, the Tinubu presidency may find itself facing severe diplomatic and financial scrutiny from its most critical Western ally. It is well. John go don mature, no be small. Emmanuel says they quickly kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before embarking on this crazy project of international dimension. Kanu would have unraveled this before 2023 election, and after, if not that some insiders idiots sold him. It is well. Sunday Ozu says Atiku is spending a huge sum of money on the engagement of the US lobby group to discredit Tinubu. Which one be to discredit Tinubu? Yeah, talk. Tinubu is spending twice as much as counterattack millions of our money filtering away while the people are wallowing in abject poverty. Celeste says they are so greedy and evil that they are exposing their dirty linens to the whole world. Not be small. Not be small exposing. Truth cannot be buried and nothing hides under the sun. At General James says America should just release all their guts on Tinubu if they are serious, Abi? And Sodom says, I think the right thing to do is for Femi Olojabiamila to step outside for a thorough private investigation. Exactly. Should have been arrested, suspended from his job as chief of staff to go and clear himself and then come back if he is not found guilty. It is well though. Chidebe says America should release Tinubu drug case file and CSU forgery document. Let's start from there first. Tinubu is a fraud, likewise those associated with him. Tech says who opened accounts with the central bank, who gave Adeyemi office in federal secretariat. All this is a fallacy for the chief of staff to claim to have not known. Yes, he knows about it. He definitely knows about it. Mustafa says all these IPB miscreant propagandists and just start Trump or soon miss their water. Labe, shut up your dirty mouth. Idiots. Joseph says Nigeria is a sovereign nation and not being colonized by US. They there. So all the brainless morons who think we are being ruled by Americans are jesters. Oh, they play. Ayo says what concerns the group about a financial transaction between a nation and World Bank? Is the country a surety or collateral block for the loans? Has the government failed in its deal package with the World Bank? Insubordination, simple. Insubordination indeed. I beg. Caleb says this is what you get when you have people with very questionable character as leaders. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. God will help us in this country and save us from these people. Now listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.